Hello my dear students, welcome back to my class Easy Maths by Sukumar. In the last class we have learnt about trigonometric ratios. Now we are going to learn some applications of trigonometric ratios. Actually the main application of the trigonometric ratios is to find the heights and distances. Students, this is very interesting chapter. Why? Because this chapter is related to our daily life. See, for example, if you are standing on the top of your school building here, this is the top of the school building, and observing a boy who is on the ground, school ground here, with some angle of depression, then you can find the height of the building. If you know the distance between the boy who is on the ground and the bottom of the building, then you can find the height of the building using these trigonometric ratios. Okay, my dear students. So the main uses of this trigonometry is to find the heights and distances. Now we are going to solve some applications of trigonometry. It is very interesting chapter. It is, as I told you. Right. See, first we will learn about angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. After that, we will learn about angle of depression also. See, my dear students, here, just imagine this is some tower, cell phone tower, and you are observing the top of the tower from here. This is the top of the tower with some angle of elevation. This is some angle of elevation. This is called angle of elevation. So this is called line of sight. This line is called line of sight. Line of sight, S-I-G-H-T, sight. This is line of sight. This is the object. Just you are observing this object. That means the top of this cell phone tower. Actually, you are the observer. This is observer and this is the object. You are observing an object, or just imagine a bird is just sitting on the top of the mobile tower, cell tower, right? Here, if the object is above the observer, if the object is, this object is above this observer, just imagine you are the observer. Okay, then this angle, the angle formed here is with this what? Ground, it is called angle of elevation. So this is called angle of elevation. That means that the object always must be the top of the observer. Okay, so just you are down to the object. The object is top and you are down, right, like that. Okay, as you know, this is 90 degrees. The angle between this tower and to the horizontal line, this is horizontal line, that is ground. Similarly, coming to the angle of depression, just imagine, my dear students, here you are now at the top of your school building. You are now at the top of the school building, and just you are observing a car. This is a car which is parking on the what? Parking at the ground. You are here at the top of the building. That means you are the observer here. This is observer. One who is observing an object is called observer. This is the object. This car was parking on the what? Ground. So here, my dear student, this is horizontal line. So this angle is called theta, that is called depression, angle of depression. Actually, when this angle of depression formed, when the observer is above the object, when an observer is above the object, Here observer is here and the object is here. So when the observer is above the object, then that angle is called angle of depression. This is what? Horizontal line. Horizontal line. This is called angle of depression. Okay, my dear students. So as you know, this is 90 degrees. See, these two lines are parallel. These two lines are parallel. Just imagine this is a transversal. Transversal. So my dear students, these two angles are equal. Why? These two are called alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles are equal. So if it is theta, means this is also theta. Okay, students. So we have learned two types of angles in this applications of trigonometry. The first one is angle of elevation. Angle of elevation is, you are the observer or myself, I am the observer. If an observer is below the object is above. Below the object, then the angle formed here is angle of elevation. But coming to the angle of depression, here the observer is above the object. This is object here. Object. So this is observer. So the angle formed here is angle of depression. See, my dear students, actually how to solve these sums? There are some steps are there. The first step is, please read the question carefully and make it understand. Study the question statement carefully and understand the question. And number 3 is, draw the figure according to the given information in the statement or in the question. Draw the statement. See, for example, if a boy is standing at the road, one side of the road, one end of the road, just imagine this is a road, and observing the top of the electric pole. The top of the electric pole, again just you draw an electric pole. This is what? The width of the road. This is the road. He is standing other side of the what? Road and observing the top of the electric pole. And with an angle of elevation, so the angle of elevation is 30 degrees. Okay, my dear students. The height of the electric pole is some 100 meters. Find the distance between the observer and the what? The bottom of the observer and the bottom of the what? Electric pole, right? So just this is AOE. Like that you have to draw a figure. And after that, the fourth step is, my dear students, which trigonometric ratio should we apply? The fourth point and most important point is, which trigonometric ratio we have to use here. Here, my dear students, this is opposite side and this is adjacent side. I have to find this one. Okay, this OE we have to find. That means the width of the road or the distance between the object and this electric pole, the bottom of the electric pole. Observer and to the electric pole. Okay, so here, my dear students, actually this is what is the relation between opposite side and adjacent side. That is tan. Opposite side by adjacent side is tan. So we should use here tan. Why? Already the opposite side is given here. So only it is enough to find the adjacent side. So we have to use tan. Understand, my dear students? So like that, first we have to read carefully, understand the sum, make it understand the sum. And the third point is what? Draw the figure according to the information which is given in the statement. And the fourth point is, which trigonometric ratio we have to use. That is fourth point. See, my dear students, now we are going to solve exercise 9.1 for CBSE students. Exercise 9.1. Actually, there are two exercises in 12, that is 12.1 and 12.2 for AP board students. I will upload for AP board students later, but let me finish first CBSE questions, that is 9.1, the sums which is in 9.1. Only they have only one exercise and 16 sums. Okay, see my dear students, here the first question is, the first question, a circus artist, exercise 9.1, exercise 9.1, first question. I cannot write the question here, the statement here. If I write the statement, then it occupies the full board. Okay, so just I will give you one separate banner like that. See my dear students, here a circus artist is climbing a 20 meters long rope. Please make it understand yourself, my dear students. A circus artist is climbing a 20 meters long rope which is tightly stretched and tied from the top of a vertical pole to the ground. Just draw the vertical pole. This is vertical pole. And this what? Long rope is tightly tied with this vertical pole. So what is the length of the this long rope here? 20 meters. 20 meters. This is the rope, long rope, which is tightly tied with this vertical pole. Okay, here this AB is the vertical pole. Find the height of the pole if the angle made by the rope with the ground level is 30 degrees. We have to find the height of this pole. It is not given in the statement. If the angle made by the rope with the ground, so this angle is 30 degrees. Understand? So we have to find the height of the pole here. So what is the height of the pole? Let me write here. The height of the pole, this vertical pole is equal to AB. This is AB. The vertical pole, the height of the vertical pole is AB. So this is 90 degrees. And what is the length of the rope? Length of the rope is, here the length of the rope is equal to ABC. AC is equal to what? 20 meters. It is given in the statement. The length of the rope is 20 meters. This rope is tightly what? Tied with this ground. Actually, one end is tied at the top of the pole, other end is tightly tied at the ground. Right. Here, my dear students, did you understand this question and diagram figure here? Right. See, this is acute angle, opposite side. The angle opposite to this acute angle is opposite side. This is adjacent side, and the side opposite to the right angle is called hypotenuse. So this is opposite side, adjacent side, hypotenuse. Actually, which trigonometric ratio we should use here? Hypotenuse, opposite. We know this hypotenuse. So we have to find opposite side. That means, what is the relation between opposite side and hypotenuse? Sine, right? So from triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degrees and angle C is equal to some 30 degrees. So my dear students, here sine 30 degrees is equal to, opposite side is AB, hypotenuse is AC, AB by AC. So sine 30 is 1 by 2. This is implies sine 30 is 1 by 2. AB is unknown. We have to find the height of the pole. So by AC is 20. By cross multiplication, this AB is equal to 2 into AB is equal to 2 into 20, 40. So this is implies AB is equal to 40 by 2, that is 20 meters. Sorry, here 2AB is equal to 20. 2 into AB is equal to 20. So 20 by 2 is equal to 10. Therefore, the height of the what? This pole, the height of this vertical pole is equal to, therefore, the height of the vertical pole, the height of the vertical pole is equal to 10 meters. This is 10 meters. I hope you understand this question. Now coming to the second question here, let me read. A tree breaks due to storm, and the broken part bends so that the top of the tree touches the ground, making an angle 30 degrees with it. The distance between the foot of the tree to the point where the top touches the ground is 8 meters. Find the height of the tree. Right. This is important question. I think this question is already given in AP State Board textbook also. In AP State Board textbook. Right. Did you understand this question, student? Here there is a tree breaks due to storm. Actually, this is the tree. It breaks due to the storm and broken part. This part was broken, and this broken part bends to the top of the tree, touches the ground, making an angle 30 degrees with it. Okay, this top of the tree makes an angle 30 degrees. Actually, this ABC, this is right angle. Actually, this AB plus BC is the actual height of the tree. AB plus BC. If you make it stand like this, then this is actual height of the tree. Due to the storm, it was broken, and this broken part touches the ground and makes an angle 30 degrees with this ground. Okay. The distance between the foot of the tree to the point where the top touches the ground is 8 meters. This is the foot of the tree, and this is the top. Actually, the top is at C. So the distance between foot of the tree to the top where it touches the ground is, this distance is 8 meters. Find the height of the tree. So we have to find the height of the tree here. Okay, so after it was broken, we should find the height of the tree. Okay, my dear students, here the height of the tree, after it was broken is equal to AB. Before it was broken is AC, not this AC. AB plus AC, AB plus BC, sorry, AB plus BC, that is, this is the height. Suppose this broken part touches the ground, right, like that. So after it was broken, right, we are okay, right. See, my dear students, here after it was broken, the height was AB. What is the length of the broken part? The length of the broken part of the tree is equal to what? BC. The length of the broken part of the tree is BC. The distance between top of the tree to the bottom of the tree, top of the tree to the bottom of the tree, is equal to what? AC. This is the distance between the top of the tree to the bottom of the tree. Actually, this is not the top of the tree. Before it was broken, the top of the tree is at C. Right. After it was broken, of course, it is the top of the tree is changed to B. Right. Why the some part has broken and bends towards the what? Ground. Right, like that. Okay. Now in this triangle ABC, my dear students, what is this angle C? Angle C is 30 degrees and angle A is equal to 90 degrees. Angle C is 30 degrees and angle A is equal to 90 degrees. Now my dear students, here what is the relation between this opposite side and this adjacent side? Actually this is opposite side to angle 30, angle C, and this is adjacent. Of course it is hypotenuse. So what ratio we have to take here? Yes, tan. Why? It is the relation between opposite side and adjacent side. So tan 30 degrees is equal to AB by AC. What is tan 30? Root 3 or 1 by root 3? 1 by root 3. So this is 1 by root 3 is equal to AB is unknown, AC is 8. AB is unknown, AC is 8. By cross multiplication, AB is equal to 8 by root 3. 8 into 1, 8 by root 3. So this is equal to 8 into root 3 by root 3 into root 3. This is 8 into root 3 by 3. So just I rationalize the denominator here. That means just I multiplied with root 3 with numerator and denominator, right? Now here my dear students, this AB, the height of the tree after it was broken is equal to 8 into root 3 by 3. Let us find the height of the tree before it was broken also. This is the height of the tree, the height of the tree after it was broken. After it was broken is equal to 8 into root 3 by 3 meters. 8 into root 3 by 3 meters. Okay. Now my dear students, this is 30 degrees, that is an acute angle, adjacent side, and this is hypotenuse. Now we will take what is the relation between adjacent side and hypotenuse, that is cos. So that is cos 30 degrees is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is AC by BC. So what is cos 30? Cos 30 is equal to sin 60. We have learned in complementary angles. Cos 30 and sin 60 are equal. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. Let us take root 3 by 2 is equal to AC is unknown. This is what? The length of the broken part of the tree. What is BC here? BC is not BC, AC. AC by, sorry, I made a mistake here. BC by, correct only my students. Okay, cos means adjacent side by hypotenuse, AC by BC. So here AC is 8, BC is unknown, right? By cross multiplication, BC into root 3 is equal to 16. BC into root 3 is equal to 2 times 8 is 16. So BC is equal to 16 by root 3. Again we rationalize the denominator here. That means 16 into root 3 by root 3. 16 into root 3 by root 3 into root 3. Just I am multiplying here root 3. So this is 16 root 3 by 3. 16 root 3 by 3. See my dear students, actually this value AB is 8 into root 3 by 3, and this AC is, after it was broken, the length of the tree is 16 into root 3 by 3. Okay. Now my dear students, what is the actual height of the tree? I hope you copied this first question. Right. See, what is the actual height of the tree? What is the actual height of the tree before it was broken? Actual height of the tree is equal to actual height of the tree actual height of the tree before it was broken is equal to AB plus BC. What is AB, students? What is AB here? The AB is 8 into root 3 by 3 and the BC is 16 into root 3 by 3. What is 8 root 3 plus 16 root 3? That is 24 root 3 by 3. So actually this 3 in 24, 8 times, this is equal to 8 times root 3 meters. Therefore, the actual height of the tree before it was broken is equal to 8 root 3 meters. It is very simple, my dear students. Again, I will explain. This is AB is the height of the tree after it was broken. This broken part bends on the ground and makes an angle 30 degrees. Here the top of the tree to the bottom of the tree is equal to 8 meters. Actually the top of the tree was at ground now. So this is the distance 8 meters. First we will find this opposite side. That means the height of the tree after it was broken. So that is AB. So here what is the relation between these two? Opposite side and adjacent side. That is tan 30. That is AB by AC. Let us substitute AC here. Tan 30 means 1 by root 3. By cross multiplication, AB is 8 by root 3. Let us multiply numerator and denominator with root 3. That is 8 into root 3 by 3. This is the height of the tree after it was broken. Next, let us find what? This AC, BC also. BC means the broken part of the tree, the length of the broken part of the tree. So that is BC now. So what is the relation between these two here? Adjacent side and hypotenuse, that is cos 30. So adjacent side is AC, opposite side is BC. So root 3 by 2 is equal to 8 by BC. By cross multiplication, BC into root 3 is equal to 16. So BC is equal to 16 by root 3. Just multiply with root 3, that is equal to 16 root 3 by 3. This is the broken part of the tree, right? So what is the actual height before it was broken? That means AB plus BC. That is 8 root 3 plus 16 root 3 by 3. So that is 24 root 3 by 3. 3 in 24, 8 times. That is 8 root 3 meters.